Now, what would you do if snakes could fly? What would you do if they could glide over 200 feet? Well, what I want you to know is that the boundaries of possibility just expanded, and that snakes, those earthbound creatures that everybody knows about, some people are afraid of, some people love them. I personally love them, but they can actually soar through the air, gliding from tree to tree over distances of 200 feet. So, yes, you heard that right, snakes can fly. Within the genus of Chrysopelea, these remarkable creatures stretch their ribs, which essentially enlarges the surface area under them to be able to catch the wind beneath them, much like a parachute does or a bird spreading its wings. And it isn't just a flight of fancy, but more so of a fascinating reality in the wilderness, where survival hinges on innovation, adaptability, and at the end of the day, evolution. So, as a dreamer entrenched in the wonders of nature and a mad scientist captivated by the mechanics of everything behind this flight of snakes, which is crazy because they don't have legs but they can actually fly, I find this phenomenon not only intriguing but also profoundly inspirational. And it may be a stretch, honestly, but it speaks volumes to me about overcoming limitations and leveraging the resources at our disposal, and a lesson as applicable to our entrepreneurial ventures or personal growth. All these different things can be applied to this situation. So I want to dive now into a little bit more about the mechanics of the flight. So these flying snakes, they glide through the air with a serpentine motion, pretty much just like slithering, but in the air, which is crazy to think about, but that's what they do. And they propel themselves from heights to be able to navigate the air currents to their destination, whether it's trying to attack a prey or get away from a predator. And it's a mesmerizing dance and a true testament to nature's ingenuity. Now, these flying snakes live in the dense forests of Southeast Asia, and they've turned the art of gliding into a survival skill. These remarkable creatures launch themselves into the air, much like a living parachute, to get away from predators. And it's not just a quirky trait, even though it sounds cool to us, but it's a true profound demonstration of nature's pure evolution and a testament to the power of adaptation and resilience. And now we're going to dive a little bit deeper into how the serpents actually take to the skies, unlike birds, because snakes, they don't flap their appendages. They just use the aerodynamics of their bodies to generate lift. And since they're launching from a high point, the snake will actually contract its ventral body wall muscles, which essentially flatten out its body into a more concave shape. And that transformation increases the surface area, which creates enough lift to be able to glide it through the air. And by moving in that serpentine motion, in that slithering motion, similar to their ground locomotion, they stabilize the flight and they're able to actually steer themselves towards their target, which is absolutely fascinating. And it's an intriguing blend of physics and biology that can show us how living organisms have evolved extraordinary methods to be able to interact with their environments. And I also believe that we can draw inspiration from this as well. Now, thankfully for us, their venom isn't very mild, or is very mild, so they don't really pose that much threat to us. But for their prey, their venom is a little bit more potent. So their diet consists of small rodents, birds, and other small animals, whether they're frogs or lizards. And it's just a reminder to us of the interconnectedness of all living things. And for those of us passionate about sustainability and innovation, these creatures symbolize the balance between harnessing resources while also coexisting peacefully with our environment and the world around us. They ultimately embody the essence of adaptation as they continue to push the boundaries of what's possible and inspiring us to look beyond all the conventional beliefs and the conventional limits that are placed on us. Now, we can translate this marvel of nature into actionable insights for us as well. And the environmentally conscious and innovative thinkers of our generation can draw a lot from this. So, in my opinion, if snakes can redefine their capabilities and adapt to their surroundings with such elegance, what's stopping us from doing the exact same thing in our numerous different endeavors and things that we go through with life. So number one, I would say to innovate with purpose, because we can draw inspiration from these flying snakes to be able to enhance our projects, initiatives, especially those that are aiming for environmental sustainability and also technological advancements that kind of push the boundary of what we already know today. Two, to be able to adapt and overcome, because we have to be able to embrace change and adaptability in our strategies, whether it's business life, whether it's relationships, whether it's personal development, whether it's environmental conservation, sustainability, pretty much absolutely anything. That's all applicable. And last, to be able to inspire through action by sharing our learnings and innovations with our community, to be able to foster more of a culture of this creativity, this mutual growth, this sustainability that is much needed in our world today. And I believe that there is a true vision for our future. There are sustainable innovations that can be inspired by nature, and the agility and adaptability of flying snakes offers a blueprint for our next generation of technologies and designs. The first thing that came to my mind when I learned about this was gliding suits. So if there are gliding suits that are enhanced by biomimicry, drawing directly from the anatomy and the mechanics of these flying snakes, they could honestly revolutionize the way that we think about movement. And if we even take it a bit further and apply it to some aerodynamics for air travel, there may be some innovations in the world of travel to be able to minimize our environmental footprint while also maximizing the thrill of exploration. So I feel like we should definitely be able to seek inspiration from nature to be able to let our natural world ultimately guide our innovation and create solutions that are both efficient as well as environmentally friendly. And by fostering collaboration, we'll be able to work together with experts in each other from diverse fields, taking that cross-disciplinary approach from engineering to environmental science to entrepreneurship, pretty much anything and everything to actually bring these inspired ideas to life. And we also need to always promote sustainability. We got to ensure that the innovations and advancements that we make contribute positively to our planet, preserving its beauty and resources for future generations. So I'm giving a call out to all of you guys, but a call to be able to dream, innovate, and conserve all simultaneously, which may make it a little bit harder, but at the end of the day, it'll pay off. I believe that as we traverse our past, whether they're through dense canopies of entrepreneurship, the challenging terrains of academia, or the vast landscapes of personal growth, we have to keep the image of nature and its evolutions in the back of our minds. It serves as a forefront and a powerful reminder that our potential is only limited by our imagination and willingness to adapt. So in our quest to innovate and inspire, we can't forget the lessons that nature teaches us about sustainability, about adaptability, about evolution, about the beauty of life in all its forms. And together as a community of dreamers, scientists, and nature enthusiasts, we can ultimately forge a future where technology and nature exist in harmony together, and where our actions today can pave the way for a greener and more vibrant tomorrow. And as we continue to explore all these different avenues and all these different possibilities within our world, I feel like the best thing that we can do is actually share our stories and share our discoveries to be able to ignite a collective passion for innovation that respects and protects the world we call home. So I reached out to you asking you to join me in this journey, and I think that we can make all our dreams possible and make these dreams a better and more sustainable world a reality. So thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video.